Hello YouTube, this is the Creative Duelist here representing Team FTK, and I'm here with a few announcements. Of course, we've hit 1,200 subscribers. We'd like to thank you all for your continued support. Without you folks, this would not have been possible. We greatly appreciate you all. Thank you all for supporting us, subscribing, commenting down below, and of course, liking the videos and disliking them, of course. So anyway, if you folks would like to join this giveaway, of course, check out Jesse's video, of course, his volcanic slash raw depth profile, of course, link shall be in description, of course. Make sure you comment on that video, of course, so you get entered. Pretty simple. Now, of course, we do have a Patreon. If you folks would like to support us on a more personal level, of course, please check out the Patreon, check out the tiers that suit you. So yes, now if you can't afford to do Patreon, of course we do have a PayPal, so if you'd like to tip us now and again, you know, $1 here and there, again, you can feel free to, of course, donate to the channel. Of course, it helps us out a lot, of course, in terms of obtaining cards for depth profiles and of course improving our equipment. Very important. Thank you. But yes, last thing I want to say is also we are sponsored, of course. Make sure you check out Ink Gaming. Ink Gaming is a very interesting site, has a lot of assortment of cards, you know, like cards, dice, keyboards, mouse, all sorts of items. Please check them out, of course, with the promo code to get 10% discount off. Make sure you punch in this promo code. It's Team FTK10. I repeat, Team FTK10 to get your 10% discount when you purchase an item off Inked Gaming, of course. Make sure you put that to good use. But yes, folks, let's get on with the video, shall we? Hello YouTube, this is the Creative Duelist here representing Team FTK, and I've been making decks creative since 2016. Welcome folks. Today I'm here with my Darklord, or I should say Lair of Darklords, sounds cool, deck profile. Of course, had a bit of an issue with this deck. I was literally just trying to find my Liliths. I couldn't find them anywhere, but I managed to find them hiding in a little box under my bed. But anyway, now that I've found all the cards that I need for the deck profile, of course, I'm going to go ahead and go over my card choices and all that good stuff. So of course, starting off with the monster lineup, I'm going to talk about the Darklord aspect of the deck. Of course, got the triple Darklord Exel, pretty standard. She's really good. You can discard her from your hand and another Darklord card to draw 2 cards. Pretty nice. You know, you can pitch anything as long as it's a Darklord card, and pretty much this is all a universal effect that pretty much majority of the Darklord monsters have. Basically, they have a quick effect where you can pay 1,000 life points and you can target one Darklord spell and trap card in your graveyard, and of course it applies the effect onto itself. So for example, if you had Banishment, so Banishment is a spell card, it lets you search for any Darklord card from the deck to your hand. If you have that in grave, or you know, during your opponent's turn or your turn, just activate the effect, pay 1,000, target the card, and it copies it. It applies the effect to itself. So it's really good. It's they're basically like Spellbook of Masters in a sense, which is pretty interesting. So anyway, I'm going to continue on with the lineup. Of course, got the triple Darklord Superbia, pretty standard. It's a monster reborn when it's special summoned, really good. Bring back any, I believe does it bring back? Yeah, it just brings back a fairy from the grave, which is pretty cool. And of course, it's my trading target. And of course, got the double Darklord. Sorry, I can't see this properly because of the light. Darklord Nashton, pretty good. He has an interesting effect where you can discard 2 other Darklord cards to special summon him from your hand. Pretty nice. And of course, he has the universal effect to pay 1,000 to target a Darklord spell and trap and apply it to itself. And of course, continuing on, I've got the one Serato. He does not have this universal effect, unfortunately, but still he's really good nonetheless. Being able to nuke all monsters your opponent controls by sending a dark monster if you tribute summoned him, I believe, which is pretty good. And he also has an interesting summoning condition. So if you have 4 or more dark monsters with different names in your graveyard, you can just tribute summon him by just tributing one monster instead of going for the standard required tributes, which is 2 for a level 8. But he's alright. I don't usually, get that effect off often, but he's a nice little one-off. And of course, that's going to round up the Darklord aspects of the deck, I believe. I'm going to go ahead and talk about the Lair of Darkness proportion of the deck. Of course, got the triple Lilith, very good. Of course, tribute a dark monster, and of course you get to, it's like a tin can, so you get 3 traps, shuffle them. Of course, your opponent picks one at random. That one gets set, and the rest go back to deck, which is pretty cool. Lilith is really good. I love Lilith so much. And of course, got the Arima. Arima's pretty standard. He's like a Gravekeeper's Commandant. Pitch him, search for the field spell, which is the Lair of Darkness. And of course, if he's on the field, you contribute a dark monster and draw a card. If you tribute him, you draw a card. If you tribute another dark monster, you can instead search for the big daddy, of course, himself. The double darkest Diablos, pretty good. I played 2 of him. Again, I wouldn't play any more. 3 is really bricky. I just love this card so much. It's just an annoyance for your opponent. It just keeps coming back, and it just keeps annoying your opponent. Being able to pinch a card from the hand, and I think you can make it. You can stack it at the bottom or the top of the deck, and of course, you can reborn itself if you tribute a dark monster, which is pretty cool. And for the last of my monsters, I've got the double effect Veiler. I don't have Ash Blossom, unfortunately. Again, that card is out of my price range, so I definitely would play it in this deck. Very important to play Ash Blossom now. So that's going to round up the whole monster lineup, folks. Okay, going on to the spell lineup, of course, got the triple banishment, pretty standard. Activate it, search for a Darklord card from the deck, pretty standard. And I've got the triple Darklord contact. It's a monster reborn, but unfortunately it does bring it back in defense, which is kind of shitty, but it's all right. I mean, brings back a Darklord monster, so can't complain too much. Of course, got the triple trade-in, just to dump my Superbias for that extra draw power. We want the Superbias in grave. Of course, got the triple Call by the Grave to stop them hand traps, because getting negged by hand traps is really not nice. This deck is bricky as it is, and if you get negged, it's over. And of course, for the 2 ofs, got the 2 Lair of Darkness, pretty standard. I'm trying out Pot of Desires. I never played this in my old build, but I feel, I realized I was playing a little bit too many cards, but still, I play a lot of 3 ofs in this deck, so it's not a problem to banish, it's not a problem to banish some of them. And by the time you open up nicely, Desires is always nice to open up when you set up. And of course, just testing out the double Lure of Darkness. I remember not playing this in the other build because I felt I didn't really want to banish my Darklords per se, but Lure of Darkness just always nets you that draw power. And of course, Foolish Burial of Goods, just to dump the Darklord spells and traps, just to get more mileage off them and get them in the grave faster. Of course, got the 1 Reasoning and the 1 Soul Charge to round the spell lineup. Okay, for the trap lineup, very small lineup. Got the double Darklord Rebellion, really good. Send a Darklord monster from your hand or face up from the field to blow up a card on your opponent on the field. And wow, that's cool. Just on the field in general. What's really good about this card is that it doesn't target, so you can blow up things that have their own like little cheeky protection from being targeted by card effects. So it gets past certain things like that, which is really good. Of course, got the one Sanctify just for the life point gain. The 1 Enchantment, it's like a, what is it? It's like a Snatch Steal, but until the end phase. It's pretty decent. I like it. Snatch, steal a monster, and do whatever you like with it. And of course, got the one Eradicator and the one Full Force for my targets. I might play some more viruses, but you know, I feel like it depends on what you're playing against, because if you play the wrong viruses, they won't do anything against your opponent, and you'll end up just wasting resources. But I wish Eradicator, you know, was at 3 or something. Yo, this would be crazy. But anyway, that's going to round up the whole main deck, folks. Okay, on to the extra deck. Pretty standard, of course. Got the double Witch Apprentice. Lair of Darkness works really well. So if you do happen to, you know, use enchantment to take control of your opponent's monster, you can link it off for this. So it's always good to make Witch Apprentice. Got a lot of XYZs here. Got the Galaxy package. And of course I've got the 7, you know, the 7 deadly sins, as I like to call it. The little package here, Pain Gainer. And then of course got the, this is kind of just a troll card. It's a Super Dimensional Robot Galaxy Destroyer. I have pulled this off once, but it got bottomless, and I was very upset. pretty good card if you get it off. The one Gangaria, this was supposed to be a Falgran, but I cannot find my Falgran for the life of me, folks. I do apologise. And of course got the one Gustav, Grinder Golem. Is it Grinder Golem? Yeah, Giant Grinder. My bad. My apologies. A Grinder Golem's that effect monster. And of course got the one Zombie Stein. It's so easy to make. Zombie Stein is really good. And of course I got the one Hope Harbinger. So that's going to round up the whole main deck, extra deck, and the whole profile. So thank you all for watching. If you folks enjoyed this video, please remember to leave a like, comment down below. Feedback is always nice to hear. Tell me your thoughts down in the comment section. If you folks would like to become a Patreon, of course, all links shall be in the description. Please check out our tiers. You know, if you want to support us on a personal level, check out, of course, make sure you check out the Patreon. Of course, if you check out our sponsor, Into Gaming, of course, in gaming sells a wide variety of items, really good. Make sure you punch in that promo code TeamFTK10. All of it is in the description. And of course, if you'd like to tip us, we do have PayPal. And of course, all the support, it's very, you know, very important, folks. We love every, you know, we love every single thing about you folks. Just the fact that you support our channel, subscribe, leave likes, and leave your feedback. It means a lot, folks. But anyway, folks, this is the Creative Duelist representing Team FTK, signing out. Peace, folks. Have a good day. Stay creative.